This is the Digital Trust Podcast. In every episode, we strive to bring support to those of you who serve on the front lines and in the trenches of data and technology. We endeavor to bring understanding to the under-resourced and underappreciated, help remove your stress, and provide relief to your pain. Welcome to the Digital Trust Podcast. Sit down with us as we give you hard-hitting advisory conversations to help you build digital trust with your stakeholders and clients, and actionable takeaways to help you become a digitally trustworthy organization.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Digital Trust Podcast. My name is Christian Redshaw. I am your host today, along with my co-host, Rossilyne Tan. Rossilyne, good to have you again today.
Thank you for having me, Christian.
We have once again Guney Seyhan from Brandefense talking about the external threat picture. And I'm hoping today, Guney, that we can get into more how we can actually take a proactive approach to these external threats and protect organizations from the threats of the deep web and the dark web, and threats to our supply chains, to our suppliers, and even fake social media profiles of our VIPs and executives. So maybe we could start there, Guney, and you can tell us how to be more proactive instead of just reacting to the latest threats.
Thank you so much for having me again. And let me just start by reading a couple of lines from the cookbook of protecting yourself on the external cyber threat world. And you should actually, back in the days, it has first started with the brand impersonation. That was the first thing that was happening. And people have started protecting the brand names, the product names, the organizational names. And it was actually 1.0 of the DRPS, what Gartner has invented. It's called the Digital Risk Protection Services. But actually, the scientific name is Digital Risk Protection and Remediation Services, because without the remediation, you're not protecting, because you're letting them live. You should mitigate them, take them down. So it started with this. And then they realized that executive protection should be combined with this portfolio. And then without the fraud monitoring, of course, and also combining them all and dark web monitoring and selling this as a digital risk protection services was actually a good fit to fill into one portfolio. But then started the resources problem, the location problems, where I mean the intelligence locations, the countries, the continents, the world, the surface, the deep, the dark web. And they're all called afterwards, they realize that been recognized as cyber threat intel. What we're doing is, the cookbook is, we're collecting cyber threat intel from more than 35,000 dark hacker communication channels. Whatever they're trafficking in between them, whatever they're trying to sell one another, whatever they're putting a price tag on and placing it on the cyber world, either on the dark, deep, or the surface web, we said, let's listen to what they're saying. We have started listening to each and every one of those channels, the Telegram, the other channels, the combo list, the bots, and all those other communication channels that these people are eating chips, drinking beer, and communicating to one another while they're enjoying 24 hours of spare time in their houses. And what happened was, we also have decided to listen to, through APIs, also the surface web, all digital media platforms. And at the end of this, we have gone and invented our major slogan, our banner, that is self-explanatory and understandable by each and every one of the citizens of this world. We know what hackers know. And that's a great power, not for us, but for our clients. And also we have chosen to combine the attack surface management modularity and functionality in our portfolio, where we're covering the protection and the posture management of that exposed IP that you are setting as a perimeter in the outbound, the very front line of your company infrastructure. And for the last but not the least, you can protect yourself all you want, but if you're not protecting some entities, some vendors, some suppliers, some third parties that are network connected to you, then you're not protecting yourself at all. You're just opening another backdoor, constituting another backdoors. So we have added that module also. So now that we have transformed and migrated to Brandefense 2.0, we're providing both digital risk protection services, external threat protection services, third-party risk scoring in the cyber world, and also takedown services. And how we do it is that actually takedown services is like a food chain. What happens if a provider doesn't take down the content that is placed there without the owner's consent? What happens? Well, we go one step up and tell them that actually, there's a little dipnote that I need to share here. Yes, every crime can occur and be conducted in the surface web, deep web, and the dark web. Yes, it's free. It's a free world. But hacker's nightmare. If I have evidence going against the terms of service book of the providers, I'll tell the terms of service owner, that service provider, that I have this evidence, you should take this down. He has to. If he doesn't, I'll go to the domain provider. If they don't, I'll go to the communications organizations of the country. If they don't, I'll go to the government. So at the end of the day, I'll give you a hint. If you have evidence of internet crime, then you can take it down anytime you like. One way or another, they're going to have to take it down. And by this way, we're providing all our clients by protecting more than 2,000 brand names all over the world, including governments, very large-scale corporate enterprises, large-scale banks, airlines, even two-people companies who are, renting carriage cars in Africa. We are able to give and provide services according to the budget of each and every one of the citizens of this world. And this is what we do. We protect people's kind and honest money-making people's digital assets.
Guney, that's an impressive picture that you're painting. When you're talking about the companies that you're helping, and I'm specifically thinking about those in IT roles in the trenches of IT, what has been the thing that has really opened their eyes and moved them to action to start paying attention to this external risk picture more? What has been the big moment for them?
Let me give you a sample of my first customer visit. I have been kicked out of the office. They said, this is not our thing. We are the IT guys. Get out of here. Go to the corporate relations. And what happened was, after a week, this guy called me and said that, Guney, all my online customers are exposed in the deep web in Trobin, and I want you to take them down. So once we have a saying in Turkish, one occurrence is better than 10,000 advices. So once this hits you, then you get to be aware. They make you aware. And after that awareness, you also realize that you should start, what was our magic word? Monitoring around what we're protecting also. So monitoring is everything. Whatever you do it, in the surface web, deep web, dark web, or wherever you're doing it, you should monitor it. Because the reason that all these 3,000 plus vendors, security vendors all over the world nowadays, why are they all saying that there is always a moment of breach? Of course, if you're not taking precautionary measures and conducting your monitoring, of course, one day that train will hit you. So monitor it, and you'll be safe forever.
We have time for one more question, Guney.
So let's say I've gotten my execs, my board to buy into the digital risk protection services. How do I calculate the ROI?
Yes, the ROI is very simple. It's like, how do you calculate the ROI of driving a car without a seat belt? Can you calculate the ROI? The answer to your question, Rossilyne, is, can you afford not to? That's the right park space of the equation mark in an ROI calculation.
Well, we'll end on that note, Roz and Guney. Guney, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today. And a special thank you to our viewers and listeners for joining us in this conversation and being part of our day today. We will see you in the next episode.
Thanks for joining us today on the Digital Trust Podcast. If you found this conversation helpful, please share it with someone you care about. And if you'd like to receive our monthly newsletter, please click the link in the description to subscribe. And to put your mind at ease, our newsletter will include episode summaries with key points and actionable takeaways, plus a heads up on the upcoming episode guests. Rest assured, it won't be a spammy sales message, and we will never sell or share your information. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you on the next episode.